There's been a lot of talk of late about some of the impacts of the cost of living crisis, and in particular what's happening with inflation. There's a term that's been used quite about a lot of times called stagflation. Just talk me through that in terms of that's happened before, the historical context. Also, what is it? What's the impact of it? And how do you actually stop stagflation?
Yeah. So stagflation is when you have inflation, so prices are rising, but peculiarly, growth in the economy is either flat or negative. It's horrific when that happens. It has happened. So 2011, I think, was the last time from memory that it happened, whereby where a lot arose and it just fizzled out after a period of time. It's not normal that it does happen, because normally if you've got inflation, it's because people are buying lots and lots of stuff, and then if they're buying lots of stuff, the economy is growing with it. So, and that is normally a sign to me that something is afoot. And what I understand about, if something doesn't look right in front of you, it looks. So if something makes sense in front of you, it makes sense somewhere else, and that's where I believe the commodity purchasing is actually having an impact. So, how do they stop it? So if you look at how you stop stagflation, now that's one thing that most economists just cannot agree on. No one really knows fully how to stop it, because if you increase interest rates, as the US and the UK are doing now, I don't know how the US is going to deal with this, because it has the lowest disposable income in the world. People don't have money, and if you increase interest rates at a time of record debt, you're just going to just crash the economy. So I am not of the belief that increasing interest rates now is, if as the EU, the central bank in Europe said, look, I can increase interest rates, but it's not going to change the cost of. That's not going to change the cost of oil and fuel. So and they've hit record inflation there just now, but so it's not. I don't think it's interest rates that are going to change that. And so I think it's a case of letting that fizzle out and let supply chains and everything else roll down. I don't think it's about increasing interest rates.